We are back and healthy for episode 109, which is a swell music quiz from the esteemed Ed Mullen Collection. This one hails from October 20th, 1993. Mike Epstein was producing. We begin with a Darrell Gould intro to Jack Harte, and then Accuwx with Dave Ryan. The usual suspects comprise the panel with the addition of a beautiful Moll, Linda Chase, who joins us later. Before we start, Norm mentions he had been to the Portsmouth Music Hall for the Harry W. Jones Memorial Education Fund jazz concert, and he wore a tie. Featured artists were the Tommy Gallant Trio, Dave McKenna, Dick Johnson, The Swing Shift, Herb Pomeroy, Grace Sargent, Marshall Wood, Donna Burn, Les Harris Jr., plus relatives of Harry Jones, Sharon Jones Jenkins, and Tom Jones. It's time to explain the rules, categories, and prizes that no one will understand until around 2:15 a.m. The callers that fill the quiz are as follows: Joe from Hyde Park, Kevin in Providence, Rhode Island, Fred from Medford, Rich from Dorchester, Ann in Quincy, Richie in Winthrop, Dial Tone Diane in Duxbury, Dave in Madison, Wisconsin, Dave from Plymouth, Gil in Salem, Mass, Yomiko from Shadyside, Ohio, Diane in Duxbury, Michael in New Hampshire, Andrew in Norwell, Joan from Hull, Colin from Hingham, Alex in Somerset, Pennsylvania, John in Bedford, Rob from Duxbury, Al in Eastie, Helene in Belmont, Nancy from Exeter, New Hampshire, and listen for an award-winning rendition by the panel of Oklahoma, Kate from Beverly, Faye in Waltham, Dawn in West Virginia, Denise from Brookline, and Michael from Jamaica Plain. Other highlights? Ed and Norm had just seen Linda at Ken's Steakhouse, while I had seen her at Natalie's. The teen canteen chanting for news. Norm has an Orec and likes to keep his house spotless, so clean you could eat off the floors. And Norm worked really hard on his musical comedy questions, and nobody is asking for them. And are we in for quite the variety of commercials, which are entertainment in and of themselves. The show Falsettos, voiced by Julie Sider. WBZ Afternoon News promo, voiced by Diane Stern. Barry and Elliot make an appearance for Jordan's Furniture. Silver City Dodge. We hear about the London sensation, the madness of George III. Alan Bennett's critically acclaimed play with the full London cast. Tony Award winner Nigel Hawthorne. All at the Colonial Theatre. Pilgrim Healthcare, and all of their 9,000 doctors. Earth Tunes at the New England Aquarium. Skates of Gold at the Boston Garden, voiced by Bob Rowley. Baby Gold Bond with Louise Fallon of Brooklyn, New York, and her red, irritated baby. Oh boy, we got a couple of special ones too. Vermont Teddy Bear Company, read by Arthur Godfrey, and a cameo by Jack Benny, with full musical accompaniment by the panel. And then Aloys of Vrilla for Orec Vacuums. James Rife for Gold Bond, which helped him, quote, never have no problems again, end quote. And also the itchy, chafy, and sniffly Jim Brown for Gold Bond. We also hear from the queasy Linda Kern and Hazel Dew for Marazine, and Kaz Carpet and Upholstery Cleaner. Whew. Episode 109, the Swell Music Quiz, Ed Mullen Collection, Volume 2, makes a sojourn to your speakers in 3, 2, and 1.
It's time to take a look at traffic on the threes with WBZ's Jack Harte.
Well, thank you, Darrell. We continue to deal with work crews in a number of spots. This report brought to you by Falsettos. We've got work crews northbound on the Tobin Bridge. Only one lane gets by until just about 5 o'clock in the morning. The Callahan Tunnel shut down. Two-way traffic in the Sumner Tunnel is your alternate route. A little heavy on the East Boston side right now. Southbound on the Central Artery. Some delays due to work crews inside the South Station Tunnel. That until about 5 a.m. Traveling right now, Route 93 northbound by Dascombe Road, delays there. Southbound by Concord Road, more delays. Also on Route 93 northbound by Spot Pond and the Stoneham-Medford stretch, ongoing construction. Route 128 southbound at Route 20 in Waltham, we have work crews. 128 northbound at University Ave in Dedham, more work crews. I'm Jack Harte, WBZ 24-Hour Traffic Network.
Don't miss the Tony Award-winning Best Musical Falsettos. It's all about life, love, sex, and a crazy American family. October 12th through the 31st at the Colonial Theatre. Call for tickets today.
James Rife of Riverdale, Illinois, is telling us about his itchy skin problem.
Well, it's flaky skin and redness after scratching. He was irritated, and there was some redness to it, but it was just a constant itch.
But James Rife got relief using triple action Gold Bond medicated powder.
And I started using Gold Bond and never had no problem since then. The initial reaction was it was kind of soothing, and then all of a sudden it was a cooling effect. And after that, it seemed like the itching disappeared.
Gold Bond's triple action is like 3 great powders in one. It has the absorbing action of powder, the medicating action of a proven itch fighter, and the drying action of zinc oxide. That's triple action Gold Bond.
After using it a few times, I've been using it ever since. Gold Bond medicated powder. It stopped the itching, that's the main thing. Gold Bond has did wonders for me.
Try triple action Gold Bond medicated powder. Use only as directed. Available at all Walgreens stores.
This is AccuWeather meteorologist Dave Ryan. It'll be damp and dreary overnight and Thursday morning with occasional rain, drizzle, and fog. The fog will be dense in some parts of the area. Temperatures will hold about steady overnight. Mostly cloudy, windy, and milder Thursday afternoon and evening. There'll be a couple of showers moving through and even a thunderstorm. The high on Thursday, 64. Then windy later Thursday night with some clearing, the low down to 50. On Friday, mostly sunny, but a strong gusty wind will make it feel a little cool. The high only 60. And looking ahead to Saturday, it'll be cool despite sunshine. The high 56. I'm WBZ AccuWeather meteorologist Dave Ryan.
Thank you very much, Dave. I really appreciate that. I know I got you out of a sick bed to come and do that weather forecast. I do appreciate that. Now, just go back to your sick bed. The temperatures, that gives you an idea of what's to come the rest of the night. That was really stupid. I don't mean by him, I mean by me. The temperature is 50 degrees. Thank you just so much.
From an L.A. courtroom to a Boston department store, the WBZ Afternoon News brings you the stories you want to hear. The Reginald Denny beating case coming to a close.
This final not guilty verdict on the attempted murder charge was a major victory for Damian Williams. If convicted, he could have gone to prison for life.
And Liz Taylor wowed him at Filene's.
She's elegant. She's a wonderful person.
For all the news, join us, Diane Stern and Anthony Silva, for the BZ Afternoon News on WBZ News Radio 1030.
Barry, you know what's really interesting is how you spend so much time in a kitchen today.
It's true.
You know, when we have people come over, if we sit and we have a nice meal or whatever, the next thing we know is we're still at the table in chairs, sipping on coffee.
It's true. You can sit there almost all night.
Yeah, that's right. And you wind up spending all your time in the kitchen.
That's true. That's why today, like at Jordan's Furniture, when we buy for the kitchen area with a table and chairs, we have chairs that recline, we have chairs that swivel, we have leaves that self-store, so when you open it up,
that's why the department is so large. Because the selection is just incredible, because it's such an important room.
Right, today it's not just 1 or 2 different colors and 1 or 2 different chairs. Today we have just tons and tons of different
It's important to be comfortable, to be able to be relaxed.
I even love the tile tops now with the different colors.
Oh,
and
the custom made to any color you want. Even the wood comes in different colors.
They're really great. You know, at Jordan's Furniture, we're constantly looking for something different for that kitchen area. And we have it, because we know that people spend so much time there.
It's so important.
Yeah, well, come see. It's true at Jordan's Furniture.
For news all day and talk all night, stay with WBZ Radio. Now, here's WBZ's Norm Nathan.
Hey, here's Norm Nathan. He's my kind of man. I listen to Norm Nathan every time I can. On WBZ in Boston, the Norm Nathan Show.
Yeah, oh yeah. Bob Riley's taking the night off, and so I'm sitting in for him. And tonight is music quiz time. If you'd like to take part in the music quiz, our phone number is 254-1030, area code 617. We'll go through the rules in just a moment, but the categories are rock and roll, big band, maybe some jazz if you'd like to, and musical comedy. Thank you. And we'll explain the rules to you, and I'll introduce the panel members to you, too, in just a moment. But first, let me give you some lottery numbers. Massachusetts Daily Lottery number, 5333. Mass Megabucks, 16, 19, 33, 34, 37, and 42. No $1.3 million jackpot winner this night. The expected jackpot next draw will be $2 million. Notice the way we toss those off like it doesn't mean anything. Next it'll be $2 million. Big deal. I'm going to wait until it's 753 billion, trillion, dillion before I bother to buy a ticket. I wouldn't waste my time on $2 million. Anyway, the Tri-State Daily, 930 and 0101. Tri-State Megabucks, 5, 25, 26, 29, 34, and 36. Rhode Island, 7422. Connecticut Daily, 5096915. And the Connecticut Play 4 was 6915. Thank you, Just. Said I much. Anyway, I'll introduce you to the members of the panel and give you the rules of how we play the game. But if you've played the music trivia quiz with us before, you might want to call now and get in on the line before the lines are all jammed up. 254-1030, area code is 617.
All offers at dealer retail with approved credit plus tax tag title. Dealers subsidize 60-month payments to buyers sourced till March 94. 31 a month for 6 months. $233 a month at 7% APR for 54 months. Total pay $13,980. Discounts or rebates in lieu of offer.
A man pulls a rabbit out of his hat.
What's up, Doc?
That's just a trick. He pulls your card from the deck. That's just a trick. A coin appears from your ear. That's just a trick. Now, are you ready for a treat? How about a new car, truck, or van for just $31 during Silver City's Halloween $31 deadline? Every make, every model must be sold for just $31 down and $31 a month, regardless of law. New Ford, Hyundai, Dodge, Toyota, even new Coachman RV. Plus, when we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade no matter how much you owe. Buy your next car, truck, or van for just $31 down and $31 a month. Deadline now through Monday only. Silver City Ford, Hyundai, Coachman, and Silver City Dodge, Toyota. Route 44, Raynham, exits 13A and 13B off Route 24.
If you suffer from motion sickness, listen to Linda Kern of Lahaina, Hawaii.
I get everything that moves sick. Car, air, boat, you name it. I get disoriented, like a lack of balance. I get nauseated, plus I get a sick head.
It's time you discovered doctor-recommended Marazine. Marazine tablets take the sickness out of travel, help prevent that queasy, nauseous feeling, help treat the dizziness and sickness motion can cause.
And it does the trick for me. I just do not get seasick or air sick or car sick. Couldn't do it without Marazine. It's part of my life when we travel. I can travel now, and all the different methods without getting sick.
Marazine contains a medically proven ingredient no other leading motion sickness tablet has, and Marazine won't cause the marked drowsiness Dramamine may cause.
If you want to travel and feel normal, use Marazine. And it's really enabled us to do the kind of traveling we've always wanted to do.
Marazine, Marezine. Marazine tablets take the sickness out of travel. Use only as directed.
Okay,
available at all Brooks drugstores.
Oh, we knew that. We knew that. For God's sakes. This is a fast-moving program. I've got time to throw in little throwaways like that. Oh, I'm a fighter today. Huh? That's my macho side coming out. Okay, 254-1030, area code 617. We're going to play the music trivia quiz. And let me introduce you to the members of the panel. First of all, we have, of course, Tony Nesbitt.
Hello. Hello.
What a slick, smooth-talking devil you are.
Good morning, Norm.
Good morning on my ears, eh? And we have Ed Mullen, of course, who's with us each time.
Hi, Norm. How you doing? Nice to be here.
Oh, that's good, too.
As opposed to being out, nice to be out in the parking lot.
or some people say, it's awful to be here, but I had nothing else to do, or something.
Oh, that's my reason.
Okay, we also have Jack Harte is with us. Are you there, Jack?
Oh, yes, I am, Norm, and I must say it's awfully nice to be here.
I have to tell you before, and also Linda Chase, who does the Here's Norm Nathan with that little husky, lovely voice, will be sitting in a little bit too. She's over at Kent's Steakhouse where she performs Wednesday through Saturday.
The Dance of the Seven Veils.
She does. She does a strip over there while she's singing karaoke, and it's really will grab you. And she's going to come and hit me right off the head with something when she comes in. But this very night, I was at.
Oh, let me get that.
Hold on just a minute. I think that's. Jimmy, Ma, it's for you. Anyway, and I didn't mention the fact that Mike Epstein was our producer, and because that's important. For the Harry W. Jones Memorial Education Fund. Harry was an interesting man up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, who died, I think, just a couple of years ago. They have an education fund, and each year they have a jazz concert, and I just came back from there, and my arm's tired.
Wow.
Wow, I got a lot of snappy repartee here. Anyways, the music hall in Portsmouth. You guys ever been to the music hall in Portsmouth? Oh, you ever been to Portsmouth?
Portsmouth, yes.
Yeah, it's a lovely, lovely city. Mm-hmm. And the music hall is great. They just renovated it. couple of 3-4 years ago, something like this. Beautiful little theater. And they had the Tommy Gallant Trio. Tommy plays piano. They had Dave McKenna.
Oh.
Dick Johnson, who has the swing shift and also conducts the Artie Shaw Band. Herb Pomeroy. Gray Sargent, who plays guitar. And beautiful. Marshall Wood, who's bass player and also the husband of Donna Burn, who's one of the most incredibly beautiful and extremely talented ladies you'll find. Great singer. And when I say great, I don't say that in the way disc jockeys say, well, that's really great. They say that about every schlunky thing. She is really something special. All these people, Les Harris Jr. playing bass. They had a couple of relatives, brothers and sisters of the man they were honoring, Harry Jones, Sharon Jones Jenkins, who sang along with her brother, Tom Jones was there. Anyway, a lot of the members of the family.
Tom Jones?
Yeah, his name is Tom Jones.
Oh,
he's a bass player, and he emceed the evening's festivities. The music was absolutely superb. My daughter Sarah and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. She's a big-time newspaper reporter, you know.
You have to mention, it was so nice. You even wore a tie.
I did. I wore a tie. Yeah, I wore a tie.
That was something else.
I felt I was kind of selling out, but I thought, what the heck? Okay, let's have one more message. That means one more commercial, and then we'll play the game. Okay? We have just one line open at this moment: 254-1030, area code 617. Then we'll tell you the rules. Actually, Ed Mullen will, because he gets them straight.
We won't understand them until 2:15.
Well, once we get going, you'll get an idea what the rules are.
He was the British king who lost America. Then he lost his mind, and very nearly his throne. Direct from London's Royal National Theatre, The Madness of George III, Alan Bennett's critically acclaimed new play about a king unhinged, a government at wit's end, and a frantic scramble for the crown. Comedy, intrigue, spectacle, starring the full London cast. The critics cheered, calling The Madness of George III brilliant, irresistible, invigorating, and magnificent. Tony Award winner Nigel Hawthorne is King George III in what Frank Rich of the New York Times calls the performance of his career.
I am the King of England! No, sir. You are the patient.
The Madness of George III, the London sensation that will have you stark raving.
Don't miss Nigel Hawthorne in The Madness of George III, November 2nd through the 14th at the Colonial Theater. Call 931-2787. That's 931-2787 for tickets today.
Okay, here's how the contest goes. If you would explain the rules, Ed Mullen, we would appreciate it. First of all, you get on the air and we ask you a question, correct?
That's correct.
Hold on a minute while I turn your microphone on so that people all over may hear you.
Thanks, Norm. And this is how it works. There's basically 3 rounds to this. The first round is we throw out a question to the caller. And if the caller gets it wrong, sorry. We go on to the next caller.
You're out.
But if you get it right, you make it to the next round. That would be called round number 2.
Jeez. We don't have to get...
I think we need this. I really do.
You think we have to get this basic,
yeah,
do we?
I think we do.
Okay.
And now for us.
Never mind the call. Certificates.
I think there's somebody mumbling in the background there with a deep voice, yeah.
That's Jack Harte. We'll save the certificate information until the end, Jack.
Oh.
Now,
Sorry,
round 2...
I didn't mean to spoil the surprise.
No, that's right. That's right. Now, at the end of round 2... What it's going to be is the caller is going to ask us a question, and if we can get it correctly,
you're out.
You're out. You're ghost. You're toast.
But if we miss them, then we ask them a final question, right?
That'd be round 3. That's right. That would be round 3, and we'll ask you a final question, and if you get it wrong, once
You're
again,
out.
you hang up. And if you get it right, Jack, take it.
You get a certificate suitable for framing.
Well, yeah, I suppose I wouldn't spend any money on an expensive.
To have a question ready for
us. Yeah, that's right too. That's a good point. But I wouldn't go and get expensive frames for this certificate. No. It's really not worth all that. But it will indicate that you're somewhat of a smarty pants.
Yes.
Okay, and also that's true. If you get the first question, if you answer it, then you ask us a question. So do have a question ready. Now, when you come on, you have to pick a category, either rock and roll, and we stick with that right through, or a big band and jazz, or musical comedy. Okay?
And when you can't be any more specific than that. You can't say early rock, late rock, early musical comedy, female singers. Just a blanket category. Take your chances. There you go.
Songs about blankets?
Are we going to do this the entire 2 hours that we're going to play this game, Jack? Because
no.
because I'm going out in the street and recruit somebody to replace you if you don't knock it off. Okay, let's go to Joe in Hyde Park, and you'll get an idea just listening to one or two contestants here. Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Good, thank you. What is your category?
Rock and roll, please.
Okay.
Okay, Joe, the first question is, how did the Hollies get their name?
From the insects located in Texas.
Through the insects located in Texas. Is that correct? Or
No,
Those might have been
no.
the crickets.
No.
Oh, you're trying to put that one over on us. Can you explain that a little more? I think you might be correct.
From the noise that the insects made.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
The racket. And conducive to rock and roll, making noise, racket, cricket music on the same level like the Beatles.
You're dancing right around it, but if you want to get the right answer, let us know right now. Otherwise, it sounds like you're wrong.
Okay, we'll have to say he's wrong then because we give me a chance to go, no?
Okay, sorry about that,
I'm
Joe.
sorry, Joe. Let's go to Kevin in Providence, Rhode Island. Hi, Kevin.
Good evening.
Good evening. What category would you like?
Well, I'll pick up on that last question because I know the answer to that.
Okay, the question was, how did the Hollies get their name?
The Hollies got their name from Buddy Holly.
That's right, and the caller before he was talking about the crickets, and I thought he was just playing a joke on us, but we gave him another chance, and...
He was thinking of the Beatles, obviously, but...
Right, Graham Nash said that they were crazy about Buddy Holly's music, and they called themselves the Hollies. Anyway, that's correct. Now, do you have a question for us?
Sure do. Name the well-known combo that recorded the title song to the soundtrack of the 1967 Tony Curtis movie, Don't Make Waves.
Start that again. Just can you repeat that?
Name the well-known rock and roll combo that recorded the title song to the 1967 Tony Curtis film, Don't Make Waves.
Don't make waves. Beach Boys. Get it? Don't make waves. Huh?
Beach Boys? Our guess is the Beach Boys?
Wrong.
Okay.
It was the Birds.
The Birds.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, so we ask you one final question.
This is the moment of truth here.
This is it, and if you get this correct, you win a swell certificate, which is worth about, I think it's less than a penny.
Not the paper it's printed on.
It's not worth the paper it's printed on. That's correct.
No.
It's not even heavy-duty paper.
No.
It's just a flimsy little piece of nothing.
Recycled too.
If you want to go for it, okay. If that's the kind of taste you have, I'm ashamed of you. Anyway, here's your question.
Okay, round 3. Here it is. Chuck Berry recorded all 28 top 100 hits for one label. Can you name that famous label?
The Chess label, of course.
That's right.
Hey!
Excellent. Hey, we have a winner. And hang in there, Mike Epstein will take your name and address, and a Westinghouse hitman will be at your house within the hour.
Oh, my God.
And I'd protect my nose if I were you. Anyway, no, we'll send you a certificate to you, and thanks a lot for calling.
You know, it was actually Chuck Berry's birthday this past week.
Was it?
Yep.
Was he 68?
66, I think.
66? You're getting into the dumb birthday game again. Hey, look, come on.
Yeah, that doesn't come for another couple hours or so. Okay, let's go to Fred in Medford, who wondered why we spent so much... You're the one who wondered why we spent so much time about Fred Allen?
Yeah, you always have to bring that up.
Yeah, because an awful lot of people were down on you for saying that. But anyway, what category would you like, Fred?
I like a rock question.
Okay.
Okay, Fred, this is a tough question for you.
Oh, great.
Okay,
Get
here we go.
revenge for my stuff on Fred Allen.
Oh, it's funny you should mention Fred Allen. This has all to do with Fred Allen. Now, let's
What was his favorite rock song?
Okay, here we go. Can you name 3 different songs that have the title Gloria, and you can just make the distinction by naming the groups that performed them? So the title is Gloria, and there's at least 3 different songs in the last 30 years or so.
I know Gloria by Laura Branigan. That's one.
There's one.
There's also one that goes, let me see, Gloria. I don't know who sang it.
That would be the question, though.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Give you about 5 more seconds, Fred.
Yeah,
If you're
you
a
would.
decent guy, I'd give you 10, but I know how you are. No, I'll even give you 10 because that's the kind of guy I am.
I can't think of two other artists. I sort of feel like newspaper at the bottom of the birdcage now.
Wow.
Okay, I'm sorry, Fred, but thank you very much for trying. Okay, we have some open lines, 254-1030. Our area code is 617. Lots of lines open. All you have to do is call and then tell us the category, whether it's a rock and roll, big band, or musical comedy.
We got a lot of questions last time about musical comedy and big band, so if you have a question ready for us,
So
give us
many.
a call.
Norm ran out.
That's
He ran
right.
out of questions.
Yeah, that's right. And I hope maybe I won't run out this time. We'll go to Rich in Dorchester. Hi, Rich.
Hi, how you doing tonight?
Good, thanks.
That's good. Take a rock and roll song? Question?
Okay, the question is, in 1980, Christopher Cross won the Best New Artist Grammy. Featured on that first album was Don Henley, Michael McDonald, Nicolette Larson, J.D. Souther, Larry Carlton, Eric Johnson. A real all-star cast. Can you name that first hit from that album?
Southern Cross, maybe?
No, sorry.
Okay.
No. Thanks for calling.
I'm sorry. Thank you for trying. Okay, we'll go to Ann in Quincy. Hi, Ann.
Hi, Norm. How are you?
I'm just fine. I hope you're okay.
I'm doing just fine.
Good.
I'd like to try that Gloria question.
Right. The question. Thanks for. The question is, can you name 3 different songs that have the title Gloria, and you can make the distinction by naming the groups that perform them.
Okay. I know one of them is U2,
Correct.
and I believe another was done by The Doors,
That's correct.
and then that other caller mentioned the third one I knew by Laura Branigan.
That's right. Very good.
Excellent.
That was a
Thank
really
you.
tough question.
Yeah, do you have a question for us now?
Oh, I hadn't thought up one, but let's see if I can come up with one off the top of my head. Who sang the 1983 hit "Too Shy"? And they were kind of one of those one-hit wonder bands.
Kaja Goo Goo.
Yes.
Wow. Hey, both you guys are
Very
great.
good.
You got what a duel of 2 champions. Hey, that was good, Ann. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, 254. We have a lot of open lines now. 254-1030, area code 617. All you have to do is call, mention the category you'd like to engage in, and just take part in the quiz. It's not much of a prize, I realize that, but what the heck? I suppose it's better than nothing.
Take part anyway, yeah.
Yeah. It's a certificate you can show off to your friends, show them how smart you are. 254-1030, area code 617.
Hi, it's me again. And we're still talking to all 9,000 independent doctors who make Pilgrim Healthcare the health plan of choice. Hi, docs. Hi, Tom. That's right, 9,000. More than any HMO in the area. And they're not just concentrated in any one place either. Allow me to demonstrate. Would all of the doctors who practice on the North Shore mind quickly joining me up here on the platform? Yeah, watch your step. Okay, all of you doctors who practice south of Boston, would you mind joining us also? Yeah, there you go. Great. Now, would the doctors who practice in the western suburbs of Boston please join us on the platform? Which still leaves all of you doctors who practice in Boston itself. Well, obviously, at Pilgrim, we don't take giving you enough doctors to choose from lightly. Ask your employer about Pilgrim, the health plan of choice.
Pilgrim has doctors located throughout the area, including Marlborough, Natick, and Waltham.
Okay, let's go to, let's see, this is Richie in Winthrop. Hi, Richie.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. What category would you like?
Rock and roll.
Okay, Richie, here's the question for you. Who is Vincent Furnier, or Furnier, better known as? It's spelled Furnier.
Alice Cooper.
That's correct.
Yes.
Excellent. Now, what's your question for us?
I didn't think of one.
No, see, this is what we're telling people. If you're going to call and answer a question, be sure to have one ready. Do you have one?
Let me think of one here.
I'm going to give you about 5 seconds to think of a question, too, because we want to move along. We have a lot of people waiting. Come on.
Who recorded The Year of the Cat?
Al Stewart.
Very good.
Okay, thank you, Richie. So this is an idea. Now, whatever category you pick, do have a question ready for us, because if you get the first question yourself, you know the answer, then we're gonna want a question from you. Okay, Diane in Duxbury. Hi, Diane. Hi, Diane.
Well, what's your first question?
Yeah, the first question is, who used a dial tone on a very popular top 40 hit? Okay, Dave in Wisconsin? Are you calling from Wisconsin?
Madison, Wisconsin. And Norm, I can barely hear you because some stations doing the World Series and they keep fading in over you.
Oh, now where in Wisconsin are you?
Madison.
Oh, you're in Madison, the capital of Wisconsin.
The capital.
Son of a... And you can really hear us out there.
I can
sort
hear
of.
I can hear you for about a minute and a half, and then the World Series kind of overlaps you.
Okay, we've got to move quickly then. What category would you like?
Well, I can never hear what the categories are. I know rock and roll is one. What?
Rock and roll is one. Big bands or jazz, second category. And the third category, musical comedy.
Let's take musical comedy.
Oh, hey, what great. Okay, the original, who was the original Peter Pan and the name of the fairy, remember that Peter Pan talked about?
Well, the original Peter Pan was Sandy Duncan, wasn't it? Or Mary Martin, I'm sorry, Mary Martin. And
yeah.
Tinkerbell was the fairy.
Oh, yeah, hey, listen, can you hold on just a second? I forgot, we got headlines coming up, and we'll get right back to you, okay?
No problem.
Dave? Oh, thanks a lot. Okay, the time is 12:30, and we'll be back right after that here at WBZ in Boston with a music trivia quiz.
Time now for Traffic on the Threes. Here's Jack Harte.
Well, thank you, Darrell. We continue to deal with work.
Traffic Network.
Well, thank you, Darrell. We continue to deal with work crews in a number of different spots on area roadways. Mass Pike, actually 93 heading northbound. We've got work crews by Dascombe Road in the Andover area. Southbound Route 93 by Concord Road, more work crews. Traveling Route 93 northbound at Spot Pond in the Andover area, actually in the Stoneham area, we've got some work crews. Route 128 southbound by Exit 20 in Waltham, more work crews there. 128 northbound at University Ave, we've got some work crews. That's in the Dedham area. We've got work crews downtown on the Tobin Bridge northbound, southbound in the South Station Tunnel, and the Callahan Tunnel shut down. Two-way traffic in the Sumner Tunnel, your alternate route. I'm Jack Harte, WBZ 24-hour Traffic Network.
15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Throughout history, songs about the ocean have never made much sense.
Hey ho, up she rises. Hey ho, up she rises. Hey ho, up she rises.
In fact, without a pirate to English dictionary, it's hard to find any value at all in these songs. However, all that's changed with Earth Tunes, now at the New England Aquarium.
am your river.
Earth Tunes is the fun way for your children to learn about the environment, with songs, skits, and puppets, including songs about our newly renovated Boston Harbor Room exhibit, Go With the Flow. It's free with aquarium admission. Reservations not required. Perfect for kids 3 and up. Earth Tunes, October 16th, 23rd, and 30th at the New England Aquarium. Showtimes 11:15 a.m., 2:15 p.m., and 3:45 p.m. Call 973-5200 for details.
Heave the scrim and the Davy Jones locker. Heave the scrim and the Davy Jones locker.
Because nowadays, songs about the ocean should say something meaningful.
This is AccuWeather meteorologist Dave Ryan. It'll be damp and dreary overnight and Thursday morning with occasional rain, drizzle, and fog. The fog will be dense in some parts of the area. Temperatures will hold about steady overnight. Mostly cloudy, windy, and milder Thursday afternoon and evening. There'll be a couple of showers moving through and even a thunderstorm. The high on Thursday, 64. Then windy later Thursday night with some clearing, the low down to 50. On Friday, mostly sunny, but a strong gusty wind will make it feel a little cool. The high only 60. And looking ahead to Saturday, it'll be cool despite sunshine. The high 56. I'm WBZ AccuWeather meteorologist Dave Ryan.
The temperature's about 50 degrees right now.
Join WBZ and some of your favorite stars from the world of figure skating at Skates of Gold, the first ever gathering of Olympic gold medalists from around the world. You'll see Brian Boitano, Christy Yamaguchi, Katarina Witt, Scott Hamilton, Peggy Fleming, Torvill Dean, and 30 other gold medalists, all at Boston Garden for one unforgettable performance, Sunday, October 31st. Join us for this once-in-a-lifetime event. Call 931-3100. Skates of Gold, October 31st at the Boston Garden. Proudly sponsored by WBZ News Radio 1030.
Does your baby suffer from red, irritated diaper rash?
It started as a little rash. It's just red and like prickly, like a heat rash. I feel bad.
Then Louise Fallon of Brooklyn, New York, discovered Baby Gold Bond medicated powder.
Now, all I use is the Baby Gold Bond. I think it's the best powder that you could use. I don't use it just for rash. I use it every diaper change.
Baby Gold Bond combines zinc oxide with the finest talcum powder to relieve baby's red, irritated skin and actually helps prevent diaper rash with ingredients medical experts recognize as both safe and effective, including a skin-protecting medication ordinary baby powders don't have.
It helped the rash, and I use it as a preventative. It's like a shield that he doesn't stay wet. Really, he hardly gets rashes anymore. He loves Baby Gold Bond.
Baby Gold Bond medicated powder does more for diaper rash than ordinary baby powders. Use only as directed. Available at all Walgreens stores.
Okay, the Toronto Blue Jays, believe it or not, came from behind to beat Philadelphia 15-14. Is that a great score? Is that a tight ball game?
Ooh, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Is that tight? Unbelievable? You are saying
One of the great
unbelievable?
games of all time.
Oh, wow.
It was a mind-boggling baseball game, and saw Toronto come from behind by, I think they were trailing by about 5 runs at one point, 15-14 over. Is that the two best teams supposedly in both leagues? And that score of 15-14. We'll talk about that in detail, and we'll dissect it, inning by inning, and player by player, and pitch by pitch. Maybe in a couple of weeks, but I really don't feel like it right now. But in any event, Toronto now leads 3-1, which puts fire into the hearts of patriotic Americans who don't want to see a Canadian team win, even though most of the Canadian players, I think all but one, are all Americans to begin with. None of that makes any sense.
Just the opposite in hockey, but in
That's
baseball,
right. That's right. Yeah, I don't know why they don't object to hockey just even being played at all, because it's all Canadian players. In any event, that's the situation. Oh, I'm sorry. We're back with Dave in Wisconsin. Okay. Thank you for hanging on, Dave.
My pleasure.
Okay, Dave got the first question. Yours was the musical comedy. You guessed Peter Pan, played by Mary Martin, and the fairy was Tinkerbell. And now you got a question for us.
You bet I do. What current top 40 hit is a remake of an old Frank Lesser tune?
Oh, incidentally, I forgot to tell you. This is really shame on me. Linda Chase, who does that. You don't have to be smart. You could be really stupid to play the birthday game and all that kind of stuff, is sitting in with us right this moment. Welcome. It's nice to see you, Linda.
Nice to see you, Norm.
Doesn't she have a really sexy, wonderful voice?
Hi.
Oh, she does. It's great.
Oh, yeah. Okay. A Frank Lesser hit that is now, it currently is a big rock tune?
Currently is a top 40 hit.
Okay.
It's a remake of a famous Frank Lesser tune from probably his best-known musical comedy, Guys and Dolls.
Sit Down, You're Rocking the Boat.
By who?
Oh, you added that after you wanted the song.
By who?
But who? But do you know who's done that?
Don Henley.
Very good. I'm impressed.
All right.
I'm impressed too.
Yeah, the expert.
Wow.
Hey, Dave, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for calling.
My pleasure. And hey, speak up. You got a lot of fans out here in the Midwest.
Hey, fans in Madison, Wisconsin, you're okay. No, I really appreciate you calling, Dave. Thanks so much.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Well, now that the game is off, maybe he can tune us in.
That's right. Maybe that other station will go off the air. Yeah. Now that the game is through, they have no reason even to live anymore.
If we yell loud, do you think we can push them off the air?
I know we pushed several other stations off the air. I know in WHDH, WRKO, WA, they're all thinking of going off the air when we come on.
Don't even mention those lesser rivals.
You're right. You know something, Linda. You're right. Okay, my name is Norm Nathan. I just like to throw that in from time to time. It's totally meaningless, but what the heck. Okay, Dave in Plymouth. Hi, Dave.
Yeah, hi. I thought I got in before the news, but I didn't. I was going to try to stab at the on the rock and roll category on the last question you posed before the news.
Okay, and
which one that was?
Was it the Christopher Cross?
Yes.
Okay, I named a bunch of people, an all-star cast for his first album that he won the Best New Artist Grammy Award. The end of the question was, name the first hit from that album.
Okay, I'm going to take a pretty good guess at that. I think it was Sailing.
No, that was the
isn't.
It wasn't the first hit. That was his biggest hit, but that wasn't his first one from that album.
Okay, I thought that was the one that you were looking for.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dave.
Sorry about that.
Oh, Dave from Plymouth.
When you hear it, you'll go, oh, of course.
Okay, and
you really won't.
Okay, 254-1030. If you want to play the game with us, 254-1030. We have Gil, who's up in Salem, Massachusetts. I assume it's Salem, Massachusetts. Is it, Gil?
You got it. What am I doing sitting up at 1:15 playing this game?
Because you have a great sense of adventure, because you're not a staid, stodgy old person. That's why. Because you're something special.
Thanks a lot.
We'll
find out how special I am. I'll take big band. Big band and jazz, whatever.
Okay, we'll do the big band stuff.
All right, good enough.
Okay. Whose theme song was Smoke Rings when smoke streams or something? Anyway, Smoke Rings.
Please don't let the singing throw you.
Yeah,
Smoke Rings.
Don't pay any attention to my singing.
Let me see. Glenn Gray.
Yes, exactly.
I was going to say Larry Clinton.
No, here's.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, I forgot what his theme song
I did too. I know B. Wayne sang with him. That's all I remember.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, now you ask us something.
Okay. What big band did Charlie Parker, Dizzy Gillespie, and Dexter Gordon play for at one time?
Billy Eckstein.
Oh, Norm.
I'm sorry.
You're too great.
Oh,
You're too great.
no, well, because that's my kind of music.
I know it is.
But that's a good question, though, because it was incredible. And later on, who took over the...
What?
Billy Eckstein took that over from Earl Hines. It was
That's right.
They played for
That's
Father
right.
Hines originally. Then somehow he got to be the leader. I never understood how that transition took place. Sarah Vaughan hit some incredible musicians.
I know it.
Hey, that's a good question, though.
Okay, Norm.
Thanks a lot.
All right, see ya.
Bye-bye. Okay, let's go to Yomiko. Is that right? Is that your
Yes.
name? And you're out where in Ohio?
Shady Side, Ohio.
Shady Side.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a typical American city, yes, sir.
Shady
Set
Side.
in Shady Side, Ohio, where everybody's honest and the women are good-looking and the children are extremely intelligent.
Actually, Shady Side sounds like the tough part of town.
Sounds more like Stepford.
How did you find her on the Shady Side?
Okay, what category would you like?
Rock and roll, I guess.
Okay, you don't mind if Jack pokes in every now and then? He's out at the traffic place, and he's sitting there lonesome, and every now and then he goes, "What is it?"
Hi, Jack.
Okay, rock and roll. Here's your question.
Here's a question. In Harry Chapin's song Taxi, how much was the fare?
Oh my gosh. I have no idea. A quarter. I don't know.
I know.
It was more than a quarter, and you can't answer the question, Linda.
Now, as a matter of fact, when
right
a
next
listener does not know the question, then anybody who calls up afterwards can answer that same question. So we sort of let it hang there.
I'm quiet.
I'm sorry, Yomiko from Shady Side, Ohio. I appreciate you calling.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 254-1030. Our area code is 617. Again, the categories are big band and jazz, rock and roll, and musical comedy. And our panel is composed of Linda Chase,
Ta-da.
and Ed Mullen, and Tony
Ta-da.
Nesbitt,
Ta-da.
and Jack Harte.
Hello.
What a team.
Yeah.
Boy, if this is not an unstoppable team, I don't know what
The
is.
all-star team.
Meantime, this word from your really good-looking local announcer.
Hold on, let me bring him in.
Hello. Hello, I'm being rushed in right this moment. Every day is somebody's birthday. And the perfect day to send a birthday beargram from the Vermont Teddy Bear Company. Here's how one customer describes what it's like to send a beargram. Let me give you the. Says, Dear Madam or Sir, I ordered a teddy bear to be sent to Portugal. I had some hesitation in placing my order. I wasn't sure that Vermont Teddy Bear Company would be able to deliver. The representative took time to get information on how long it would take to arrive in Portugal. She said it would be 1 to 4 weeks. I was so pleased, in fact, I was so darn pleased, to find out that the bear arrived in exactly 1 week. I am very satisfied with the quality and performance of your company and your competent employees. I will, if this doesn't cause them to cancel this whole account, I don't know what will. They're probably calling up the sales manager saying, I'd like a make good when Bob Rawley gets back. I will recommend, but that doesn't stop me. I will recommend your products and your competent employees to everyone I know. My one regret is not getting the representative. Yeah, that's right. That's my big regret. Anyway, I didn't get the name of the representative who helped me. She deserves a raise. Well, you can give her the raise. I certainly don't want it. Send somebody special a birthday gram. And these are really adorable things to get, these teddy bears. So do check with the Vermont Teddy Bear Company. Call 1-800-829-BEAR.
That's B-E-A-R.
That's B-E-A-R,
yeah.
Bear with us here.
Bear with us here. But did you go to the Jack Harte School of Humor?
Graduated with honors.
With honors, yes. Okay, that's 1-800-829-BEAR. 8-100-819-4692.
You barely got through that.
That's not too swift.
Remember.
Okay, Diane in Duxbury. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Norm. How are you?
Fine. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
What category?
Rock and roll, please.
Okay.
And I wondered if I could answer the question on about the song. Taxi?
That's right. In Harry Chapin's song Taxi, how much was the fare?
$2.50?
That's correct. She gave me $20 for a
$20,
$2.50
right.
fare and said, Harry, keep the change.
That's a good song.
Okay, now do you have a question for us?
Yeah, let me see. The 1980s supergroup, who had a hit song, Heat of the Moment, what was the famous drummer's name?
Carl Palmer.
Yeah.
On WBZ in Boston. Here's Norm.
It's Linda Chase who sang that very song, who's sitting in on our very own panel.
And Dave Currier.
What's that, please?
And Dave Currier, who co-wrote it.
Oh, Dave Currier,
And did his
that's right.
best Buddy Rich for you.
Yeah, that was really nice. And you're over at Kent Steakhouse on a Wednesday through Saturday from what?
7:30 to 11:30.
Okay, if you want to get some really nice singing.
Norm and Ed were there. Had a wonderful
That's right,
night.
yeah. Ed Mullen and I were there the other night. It was really nice, yeah.
It was really fantastic when Linda's singing Whitney Houston's song, I'll Always Love You. Just
Isn't
amazing.
that something?
Just amazing.
No, I tried to stump you with a trivia question. That's what amazed you, right?
That was amazing.
No, it was. I saw her sing do that at Natalie's, and it was amazing.
And that's Tony Nesbitt, who's also part of the panel, and of course, Jack Harte is with us. Hi, Jack.
Hello.
Hello. Let me just run through some lottery numbers very quickly, and then we'll get back to the music trivia quiz. The Massachusetts Daily Lottery number 5333. The Mega Bucks 16, 19, 33, 34, 37, and 42. No winners. It was 1.3 million in the jackpot. Next jackpot will be about $2 million. The Tri-State Daily 930 and 0101.
Are there any erotic numbers in this?
Yes, the Tri-State Megabucks is erotic. Get this: 5, 25, 26, 29, 34, and 36. My mother were around today. She'd wash my mouth out in soap for saying those numbers. They are that erotic. Rhode Island Daily 7422, and the Connecticut 509 and 6915. Anybody care about the Powerball? Well, there's so many of these things. Okay, the Powerball 10, 13, 27, 34, 35, and the Powerball, I don't know if I dare say this, will be wiped off the earth. 22, baby. I know.
Really
that was aimed
taking
at Linda.
a risk there, buddy.
I wanted to get to Linda. I'm trying to break through this crusty surface that she has. Anyway, and in the World Series. And what's that, please?
Oh, Norm.
Oh,
live and
Lindy,
not on tape.
I couldn't resist.
Yeah, I know. You want me to get rid of these two guys so we can fool around a little bit? What do you say, babe? Anyway, the World Series, as somebody said, looked like a spring training B game.
Who said that?
Past night, a man named Alonzo Fisterish said that because in the this was the highest scoring postseason matchup ever. And at 4 hours, 14 minutes, the longest game in World Series history, Toronto eked by Philadelphia. Eked, sometimes you say...
I think that's for October and Halloween. They probably put that in.
Eked, I suppose that's good. 15-14, one of baseball's goofiest nights to take a 3-1 lead and move within a game of their second straight championship. And that's the way it went. Toronto over Philadelphia, 15-14. Okay, let's take some calls now. This is Michael, who is in New Hampshire. Where in New Hampshire are you, Michael?
Merrimack, New Hampshire.
Merrimack, okay.
Driving home from car phone.
Okay, good enough. Here, what category would you like?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, baby. Okay.
I have a question for you. That's that's still up on the board. If you'd like to take a shot at this one.
Sure, bet.
All right. Name 2 out of 3. If you get 2 out of 3, you get this correct. Name Stevie Nicks' singing partner on these songs. And I'll name all 3. Here you go. Stop Dragging My Heart Around.
Tom Petty.
That's right. The next one is Whenever I Call You Friend.
Kenny Loggins.
That's right. And now for the bonus. Leather and Lace.
Henley.
That's right, Don Henley. All 3. Very good.
You have a question for us, I'll bet you.
Daniel Boone was singing on a Beautiful Sunday. And he get up first thing in the morning with.
Run that by me again?
Could you rephrase that, please?
Sure. Daniel Boone did a song, Beautiful Sunday. Do you know the song?
Beautiful Sunday.
Beautiful. No.
Which was a hit.
Keep going.
And he get up first thing with.
A hangover.
With the
One can only hope.
With the sun?
No, with a lark.
Okay.
Okay.
You know the song?
One final question for you then. Our people missed that.
What was the answer?
Well, yeah, what was the answer?
With a lark. The bird,
Yeah,
a lark.
with a lark. Okay. Okay.
Wasn't much of a night
Okay.
then.
You don't know the song?
Oh, you sound incredulous. You think these people
Sunday
know everything?
morning. Get up with
No,
a lark.
we don't need to
Anyway,
have you
go
sing
ahead.
it. No, we don't need to have you sing it. Here's a final question for you.
All right. Once again, I'll give you a 2 out of 3 on this one. Name the artist who sung these songs. First one, Cat Scratch Fever.
Ted Nugent.
Right. Nashville Cats.
Clear water.
This would be the cat question.
Meow.
Well, it was the Lovin' Spoonful.
That's correct. We have a winner. You got
Okay,
2 out of
winner.
3.
Oh, congratulations
What was the
then,
third?
Michael. Very good. I turn you over to Mike Epstein, our big-time producer, who'll make sure that we get all the information necessary to send out that really swell certificate of award. We'll go to Andrew in the town of Norwell. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good. You know, while I was waiting, I got on the other line and I called Janet Reno and reported you for erotic telephone radio that is now illegal, according to the Clinton administration.
My goodness sakes, you must be a regular David Brudnoy listener, are you?
Yes.
I could tell by your political bent. Anyway,
Well, bent isn't exactly what happened while I was listening.
What's that?
Bent isn't exactly what happened. Upset is more like it.
You were upset?
Terribly.
I'm sorry, upset
I was
about
just about to say something very, very rude about
what were you upset about? I missed something here.
just radio erotica.
Oh, you mean the erotic lottery numbers?
Yes.
Oh, I see. I don't blame you.
This guy for real?
You're a gentleman, and I don't blame you for being upset about erotic phone numbers.
No, I'm not for real. Whoever said that.
Okay. Hey, what category? You want rock or you would? We also have jazz and big band. And we also have musical comedy. Had a lot of people asking musical comedy last time, and probably nobody this time.
No, I'm gonna go rock and roll because my question's rock and roll.
Okay.
Okay, here's the question for you. I'm going to name 5 groups, and can you tell me which group does not have a brother or sister in the group? For instance, Van Halen does have a brother, 2 brothers in the group.
Right.
So I'm going to name you the 4 groups, and tell me which one does not have a brother or sister.
4 groups does not have brother or sister.
Right, here we go. Creedence Clearwater. The second one, Gladys Knight and the Pips. Third one, the Village People. The fourth one, the Kinks.
Village People.
That's correct.
Thank you.
That's correct.
My question?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, my question is this. An early Beatles album cover was redone for what reason?
Are you talking about yesterday
Babies?
and today?
The baby dolls with the blood.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
The Butcher Block cover.
Butcher Block cover, that's right.
Yeah, that's a great question. That's one of the great collector items
Oh,
of
if you
all
can
time.
find it. And it's got to have the papered over cover on top.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called Peeled or Unpeeled. That's the clue for that for that collector.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Norm.
Thank you for taking a shot at that. Joan in Hull. Hi, Joan.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Hi, Norm.
Hi, Joan. What category would you like?
Well, I'm just going to talk to you about Stan Getz. I want to ask you a question about.
Well, I have to ask you a question first, though.
Oh, I don't know, but all right, try it.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you have a question for me.
All right.
Okay, I'll give you a relatively easy one.
Well, more or less jazz.
I'll give you 3 band leaders' names. You tell me they all played the same instrument. Which instrument was that played by Ray McKinley, Louis Bellson, and Chick Webb?
Louis Bellson.
Yeah, what instrument?
Drums.
Yeah, well, and so did Ray McKinley and Chick Webb and
Yeah.
Buddy Rich also.
Yeah,
She
but
sounds mad
well,
at
I
you
was
that
going to
you
talk
gave
to
her
you
that
about Buddy Rich.
But now, what's your question for us?
All right, I'm going to ask you. The girl from Ipanema.
Yes.
All right. Is it a cha-cha?
No,
a bolero
it's
or
a
bossa nova?
It's a bossa nova.
That was easy for you, right?
Yeah, that was quite easy. Yeah.
Really?
I thought you were going to ask.
Because that's my favorite song.
I thought you were going to ask me who played the gourd.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
You know,
well,
something like that. Something
now
difficult.
you tell Jack Hines that he was in the Ancient and Honorables with my husband.
Jack Hines. I will be seeing him this coming night,
Yeah.
Thursday night. They're having a testimonial
my husband was
for
a
him.
drummer.
Your husband was a drummer, and Jack
He was
Hines.
a lawyer and a drummer.
Well, Jack must know him because Jack is not a drummer.
No, I know it. Jack
So,
went to
a
school
lot
with
of non-drummers know drummers very well.
Yeah, no, Jack went to school with him, and they were in the Ancient and Honorables together, if you know what that is.
I do know what that is.
Hyde Park.
I didn't know they were in Hyde Park. I thought they worked out of the government center, you know, that area.
Oh,
the
years
Faneuil
ago,
Hall.
when they were babies, you know.
I see. Okay, well, hey, thank you very much, Joan. Let's get rid of Joan quickly. Let's go to, I'm just joking. Is it Colin? Colin from Hingham?
No, it's Colin.
Colin, okay. Nice to have you with us. What's your category, Colin?
Rock and roll. I'd like to try the Jimmy Buffett one. And I guess it was Hush Puppies?
Yes, we've already got the answer for that one. It was Hush Puppies.
Okay.
I'll ask you another one.
Okay, that's fine.
Who was seen drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's?
Oh.
Linda
The
Chase.
Werewolf of London.
That's right. Linda Chase is correct.
And the Werewolf of London, is that what you said?
He's right.
And his hair was perfect.
Okay, I guess...
you have a question for us then?
Yeah, and within, I guess, the last 8 years, who was the band to play a cover of the Grateful Dead song Bertha?
Los Lobos?
Yep, you got it. All right, well, thank you.
Son of a gun, thank you very much for calling, Colin. Bye-bye now. Okay, 254-1030, area code 617. We'll go to Alex in Pennsylvania. Where in Pennsylvania, Alex?
Somerset.
Somerset is near where?
It's about an hour south of Pittsburgh.
Well, nice to have you with us. Thanks a lot for calling.
Thank you.
What category would you like?
How about rock and roll again?
Hey, how about that? Okay.
Did anyone answer the Christopher Cross question?
No, that one's still on the board. And the question was, what is the first hit from Christopher Cross's debut album, the one which he won the Best New Artist Grammy in 1980? The first hit, and Sailing was incorrect.
Well, Sailing was close, but I think the one that came out before that was Ride Like the Wind.
You're right. You're right.
Excellent. Fire something at us right now.
Okay, how about on the Crosby, Stills, and Nash song, Teach Your Children, who plays steel guitar?
Okay. Go ahead.
Dallas somebody. I forget what his name is.
No, Dallas Taylor, I think, was the drummer. But the steel guitar on that song, do you know it?
No. Who is it?
Jerry Garcia.
Wow.
Son of a
He
gun.
plays steel guitar?
Wow. Jerry Garcia. Okay, great. We have a question coming back at you. What group backed up Bob Dylan and also wrote the biggest hit for Joan Baez? What group?
Whew. I don't know.
No, that's
Wish I could tell you.
I'm sorry, Alex.
So close.
So close, like this close. Hey, thank you very much for trying.
Thanks.
Okay, Alex.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Okay, a couple of messages here. One from yours truly, Aloys of Rilla. How'd you like to cut your cleaning time in half? Well, all you need is the best cleaning team in America, the famous Orec 8-pound hotel upright vacuum, and its Maxi Power Compact Companion. It's the most lightweight, easy to use, powerful cleaning team you can buy. And right now, purchase this powerful cleaning team at your local Orec dealer for just $2.99 and get Orec's Tidy Up Carpet Sweeper free. The Orec Upright weighs just 8 pounds, yet it has the power of a commercial vacuum. It picks up cat and dog hair in one pass. The Orec Upright's Maxi Power Compact Companion weighs just 4 pounds. It's great for picking up dirt and dust above the floor, furniture, drapes, light fixtures, car seats, or the workshop. And together, this amazing Orec cleaning team can cut your cleaning time in half. And Orec backs their remarkable vacuums with a 10-year guarantee against breakage or burnout in normal home use. So if you like a demonstration of this fantastic cleaning combo, go to your local Orec dealer. Seacoast Vacuum in Plastow and Seabrook, New Hampshire, Peabody Vacuum in Peabody, and A&T Vacuum in Quincy and Holbrook. Or call 1-800-242-1378 for information on a free catalog. Again, that's 1-800-242-1378. I might tell you that I have an OREC at my very own home, and you know how particular I am about the kind of cleaning job it does. Because I'm immaculate, I want to have a house where you can eat off the floor. Because we have no tables. Okay. Let's go to John in Bedford. Hi, John.
Hi there. I have a couple of trivia questions for you.
Well, we're going to ask you one first, and if you answer this, then you can ask us one of your questions. Okay, what category would you like?
Okay, rock. Since my questions are about music, I have to go with rock music.
Right, you'd like your question on rock. Okay, here's your question.
Tina Turner's big comeback album in 1984 included a big song by Al Green. Can you name that song that was on Tina's album?
No.
Okay,
Unfortunately, I'm not well versed on Tina Turner to know anything about her.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but I appreciate the fact that you called. Too bad he didn't get to his questions. I bet they were good ones. I'll bet they were really great ones.
I bet you they were something he was better versed in.
Well, we know that they weren't
More
about
better?
Tina Turner.
Like grammar?
I talk good.
Rob in Duxbury. Hi, you're on WBZ, Rob.
Hi, how are we doing?
We're doing really swell.
Yeah, great. Well, how about a
Well,
rock and roll question?
Rock and roll question. Okay.
Okay, who was the lead singer and drummer of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes?
Oh, man. You know the young man you had on before said he missed the first half of rock and roll. I missed the second half. But I'm going to guess Harold Melvin.
It's a logical guess, even though I suspect it's wrong. Is it wrong?
Yeah, it's wrong. It was the Blue Notes. No, sorry.
It was Sam Blue Notes. Yeah. Hey, Rob, thanks a lot. I'm sorry that you didn't get that. We'll go to Al in East Boston.
Hello,
and don't forget, besides rock, we also have a musical comedy. I stayed awake all afternoon here writing these musical comedy. Nobody's asking them.
I'll go from rock and roll.
See what I mean? They're tormenting me. He's out to get me. Okay.
Okay, who is John Henry Duchendorf, better known as?
I have no idea.
Would you like to take a guess?
Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know.
No, it was not him.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
So we'll put that up on the board, and anybody who calls in is welcome to answer that question. We'll go to Joe, who is in Waltham. Hi, Joe. You're on WBZ.
Hi, Norm. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
I hate to tell you this, but I'm going to try rock and roll.
No.
You're not an exception, so don't feel badly.
Did you have a question about who backed up Bob Dylan?
That's right. The question was, what group backed up Bob Dylan and also wrote the biggest hit for Joan Baez?
I don't know. This is probably wrong, but I'll say the band.
You're right.
Oh, okay.
You're right. And that biggest hit was The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down by Robbie Robertson. Do you have a question for us now?
Okay. Who was the first singer that the band backed up?
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Ronnie Hawkins?
Yeah, that's right.
Excellent.
You guys are pretty good.
Hey, yeah, excellent. Very good. Thank you.
All right, good night.
Okay, good night. Thank you, Joe. Let's see. Let's go to...
Actually, technically, they weren't the band then. They were the Hawks.
Very good. That's very good, too. Okay. Here's
This guy keeps calling back and he never has a question.
That's right. Okay, we'll go to... Oh, hey, my friend Helene in Belmont. We're going to get a musical comedy question.
Yes,
I know
Norm,
that.
when you said you'd spent the day working on it, I couldn't let you wait.
Yeah. Now, last time we played this, I had hardly any questions, and everybody asked musical comedies. And I got a few, and nobody's asking.
All right.
I'm so glad. So I can ask...
Helene, you can ask two. And
Okay, let me see. Let me get you one. The Boys from Syracuse by Rodgers and Hart.
Mm-hmm.
What country did that take place in?
Well, Syracuse actually was in Sicily. I mean, Syracuse isn't Sicily. It was Greek. I mean, so it was in Greece.
It was in Greece. That's correct.
Yes,
that's absolutely correct. That's very good. Yes, it was in Greece.
It was a comedy of errors.
Yeah, well, see, now you're telling us even more than we care to know.
No extra credit.
But Greece is the correct answer. It was Syracuse is in Greece.
No, Syracuse. They are from Syracuse, which is in Sicily, but then it's a place in Greece.
Okay, I'm your way.
Difficult.
You really are. You are.
I
was gonna ask you to the prom, Helene, and I'll be damned if I'm really gonna do that. Anyway, hit us with a question.
All right. The show and the composer of "I'll See You Again."
Oh, that sounds like Sigmund Romberg. Was it?
No.
Jerome Kern?
Nope.
Rudolph Fremmel? Rudolph Fremmel?
No.
Noel Coward.
Yes.
Okay.
How many guesses did you get?
I missed that. It's kind of funny, because I think of Noel Coward as being terribly hip, and yet he wrote some really tunes you could call kind of square, including that, "I'll See You Again Whenever Skies Are Blue Again."
Well, it was really more operette. It was bittersweet.
Okay. No, but yet he wrote "Mad Dogs and Englishmen," "Go Out in the Midday Sun," and some very hip things like "Let's Do It," "Let's Fall in Love," and all that. No, that was Cole Porter, wasn't it?
Yes. Noel Coward, yeah, that was Cole Porter.
No, because Noel Coward wrote some very hip things and some very square things. Anyway.
Oh, I know it. He wrote the one I love most that he did in his act in Las Vegas, a bar on the Piccola Marina.
Oh yeah, I have that album of him singing at Las Vegas. Okay,
Norm gets into this, and no one's asked him all night. Now he's going to.
Oh, I'm so excited! But I'll ask you one more question.
Right.
I guess it's my turn to ask you because I missed. Okay. I'll give you another musical, and you tell me what country that took place in,
all right.
Including the modern name. Although you don't have to. You can name it The King and I.
The King and I was in Siam or Thailand.
You got them both. That's correct. It was the Siam, which is now Thailand.
This is about your third certificate, isn't it, Helene?
Yeah.
No, it's only my second. So you don't really have to send it. I just like to show off.
No, you have to have one for the office and one for home. And
I don't work.
Well, now you can build an office around it.
Yeah, that's right. One for the car.
But I couldn't bear to think that Norm had wasted his afternoon.
You get pulled over by the police, and you happen to stumble and just flash that accidentally to the police officer, your certificate. They'll say, "Oh, excuse me."
Let me turn you over to Mike. We'll send you something. If not that, maybe a lollipop or something. I know you ought to get something for all that. Hey, thanks a lot, Helene. Okay, let's see. Well, I think we have news coming up. Yeah, we're going to take a break for the news. Is that okay with everybody? Let's take a vote. Who wants to hear the news?
News.
Look at that.
Only if it's good.
Oh, hold on just a minute. Let me just...
Don't pull.
Norm just broke the phone. So much for the phone.
That was my sound effect, and it did kind of break the phone. Okay, they promised us they would have nothing but good news, maybe one or two really grisly items, but nothing that would upset your sleeping pattern. And then we'll get back here afterwards, and we'll continue with this kind of stuff.
Really?
Really? What? 30 objections. 30 objections. We'll do something else. Anyway, 254-1030, area code 617. It is now news time 1:30.
It doesn't hold the weight of law, but a non-binding.
Okay, we're playing the quiz, the music quiz, and you know our categories now. They're rock and roll. We also have big band and jazz, and we also have a lot of questions on musical comedy, if only somebody will ask for that category. Okay, let's talk with Nancy, who's up in New Hampshire. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Norm.
Hi.
I am somebody.
Where in New Hampshire are you?
I'm in the seacoast.
Where?
Exeter.
Okay, because I was just up in Portsmouth this very night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went to the Portsmouth Music Hall. They had a big jazz night
rubbing
there.
our nose in it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I loved it. Well, I like that whole area anyway. That's really nice.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Are you a native? Have you lived there long?
A native.
Oh, you are?
Native birds, yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, what category would you like?
A musical comedy. That's why I said I'm somebody. I called when I heard you hadn't. You were working on it all afternoon.
Yeah, last time I had no questions, hardly, and everybody kept asking for it. Okay, what show? I will name a show, and I'll name a couple of songs from that show, and you tell me what the show was, okay? But what musical comedy? I Believe in You, which is kind of interesting because it sounds like a love song. I believe in you. I like the way you look and all that. But that was the guy looking in a mirror and singing it to himself in the show. That's true. Brotherhood of Man was the other one, and it was a show written by Frank Lesser. It was not Guys and Dolls, but it was another Frank Lesser show. Do you know the name of that show?
Would it be Mr. Wonderful?
It sounds like it ought to be that from I Believe in You, but it wasn't Mr. Wonderful. I feel so bad.
Oh, that's okay.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay.
Did you have a question for Norm?
Were you going to ask me a question? Because I'm anxious to hear what your question would be.
Well, I was going to ask you, who was the actor who played the part of the handyman or the farmhand in Oklahoma, and he took part in the ballet too?
He played the actor. The name of the actor who played
the farmhand in the movie Oklahoma.
In the movie Oklahoma. Okay, because we're doing Broadway shows.
Well,
so that might have been different than the movie. But let's see if I can think of the movie. Movie. I still can't think of that either. Who was that?
Rod Steiger.
Oh, really? Was he in the movie version of that?
He's surprising for that.
Yeah, that's a fun. It seems like a funny choice, but he's such a good actor. I imagine he probably carried it off well.
Oh, he did. Oh, without a doubt, he was frightening.
Really?
I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting to find out who did play it on Broadway. I don't know if it was him or someone else, but.
Okay, let me look it up right this minute. Oklahoma. Because one of the questions I had was they're vamping till ready. You can call it that. Okay, in Oklahoma. Oh, let me see. Another return engagement of the 1943 play. No, we don't want that one.
Guys.
No, we want the. Okay, Alfred Drake. Let's see. These are people who are in it. Betty Gard, Alfred Drake, Joseph Buloff, and of course, he made a big name for himself in that show. But nobody can. I can't even remember who that was. Joan Roberts, Lee Dixon, Howard De Silva. Howard De Silva is the guy who looks like Benjamin Franklin. He was in 1776 as Benjamin Franklin. Remember that musical?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Celeste Holm. It might have been Alfred Drake, because he had a beard and stuff. And
it could have been Joe Buloff there, whatever the hell.
He could have been Joseph Buloff. Yeah.
But it wasn't Alfred Drake.
It was not Alfred Drake.
I don't think so. Do you?
Okay. Now, I don't know.
Are you trying to duck the question? Get it, Drake? Duck the question.
Drake, yeah. Hey, I'm
Jack.
I appreciate you picking that category, and I'm sorry I failed so miserably.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, I appreciate you calling. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You didn't bring Jack in.
Oh, Jack. Oh, I forgot.
Oh, Jack.
Oh, wait a minute.
There he is.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Did you like my duck joke, Jack?
Yes, I
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Beverly. This is Kate, who's up in Beverly. Hi, Kate.
Hello, how are you this morning?
That's fine. How are you doing? Okay?
Pretty good.
Good.
Did someone answer the John Henry Duchendorf, the third question?
Oh, that's a question. Who's he better known as?
My girlfriend in Colorado would absolutely kill me if I didn't get this one right. It's John Denver.
You're right. You're right. Very good. Do you have one for us?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead.
It's a tough one, though.
All right.
Name the 4 members of Big Country. Names and last names.
I just got their new record, too.
Yep.
Did you? And it's a very good record.
It's a great album.
Yes, it is. The Buffalo Skinners.
Yeah.
All right. We'll throw that question over to you, Tony.
Thank you. I know none of the names.
I can't. You know them, Linda?
No. I know the band. I don't know.
It's a good question.
Jack, do you know the members?
A big country, huh? Oh, does Canada?
Wrong big country.
Oh. I guess you'll have to tell us because we have flunked that. Who are they?
Okay. Stuart Adamson, Tony Butler, Mark Watson, Mike Brzezicki. Not Mike Brzezicki. Oh, good. Mark Brzezicki.
I was going to say that.
It's easy when you have the record in front of you. Oh, sure.
No, I don't have the record in front of me.
Oh, okay. Real fan. It's the CD.
One final question for you, then, and if you get this one correct, then you won one of our Chintzy certificates.
Well, that's cool. My mother always thinks I'm insane for being up this late.
How old are you? You're a very young person?
27.
That's a good. That's a very nice age.
Hey, I feel No, I won't. Never mind.
Okay. Here's one question. We'll see if we can send you something.
Okay.
Okay, it's a tough question. Where did the Doors get their name?
Where did the Doors?
The group The Doors.
And it wasn't at a hardware store.
Where did the Doors? Mom, do you know that one? She's shaking her head.
The studio audience.
Yeah, she's up with you. So how can she think you're nutty?
Because she doesn't have to go to work in the morning, and I do.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Where did the Doors get their name?
Yeah.
Well, Jim Morrison was raised on an army base. Maybe he ran into a whole lot of them or something. He got me.
Wow. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No, it's not okay. Don't be good. I hate good losers.
Mom says it sounds better than them calling themselves the Windows.
Oh, she's going to have
to. It's a Jack Harte studio audience, I think.
Yeah, I would suggest you stay home and make her go do your job.
I don't think my boss would like that too much.
Okay.
I know everything's filed.
Hey, Kate. Oh, I see. Hey, Kate, thanks a lot for the call.
Have a good night.
Take care. Good night. You too. Okay, we'll go to Faye in Waltham. Hi, Faye.
Hello.
Hello. And what would you like? What's any special category?
Rock and roll.
Okay.
Okay, Faye, what group had 20 hit songs for D-Light Records in the 70s and the 80s? And the clue is that its lead singer was named James Taylor.
Okay, was that Cool in the Gang?
You're right. Great.
All right.
Excellent. Do you have a question for us, please?
Oh, yeah. In the original movie version of the Who's Tommy, who played the preacher and the doctor?
The Preacher and the Doctor.
Yeah, two people still very much known.
In the movie?
Yeah. Jack Nicholson
Yeah.
and the, let's see. Who was... No, it wasn't.
That's what I was thinking. No, it wasn't.
Okay,
the show's called Who's Tommy?
Tommy by the group The Who.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
by the
is
group.
now a Broadway play.
Okay. Yeah.
A Tony Winnie.
And who played Tommy, huh?
Who played the...
Well, I wasn't going to ask you the
Tommy
mother
was,
because I think that was too easy.
Anne Margaret.
Sarah.
She asked
Well,
too, I
Jack
don't know.
Nicholson is right in a surprising
Well, we've
role
spent
there.
so much
Very
time, I
small
think
role,
we've lost this one.
Yeah. Can you tell us?
No, we haven't.
Eric Clapton?
Oh.
Who was the guitar guy?
Yeah.
Right.
We should have got that one.
Oh, wow.
Okay, here's the question for you. You're into the final round now, so if you get this right, you win a big certificate.
All right.
A big one.
We'll send you the big size.
Oh, good.
The question.
Suitable for wrapping things.
That's right.
All right. There we go. In the song Piano Man, what time and what day is it?
It's 10 o'clock on a Saturday.
No, it's close, but that's not it. Yeah, it's not 10 o'clock on a Saturday.
Depends on the time zone you're in.
Yes. He may have you.
No, yeah. I'm sorry, that's not right.
Sure.
Right, you'll listen to it. It's not 10 o'clock on a Saturday, no. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Faye. You
I
came
think I know
just...
the Doors one.
Oh, now you know the Doors one.
Because you could have answered that before. Yeah, but we have to move along, though, Fam. I'm really sorry. I really am. Can you tell? Don't I look sorry, and I am sorry.
You're sincere.
Okay. Let's take a break, and then we'll be...
Good idea.
Come back, and we'll take some more calls. 254-1030. 617 is our area code.
Jim Brown of Grand Prairie, Texas, is telling us about his itchy chafing problem.
There was itching and irritation, and perspired quite heavily and caused a uncomfortable chafing.
But Jim Brown got relief using triple action Gold Bond medicated powder.
Actually, relief came the first time I used it, and it does have a cooling feel, kind of like you stepped into a breeze.
Gold Bond's triple action is like 3 great powders in one. It has the absorbing action of powder, the medicating action of a proven itch fighter, and the drying action of zinc oxide. That's triple action Gold Bond.
You're more comfortable, you feel better, and have a better outlook, really, on everything. Gold Bond medicated powder. It's just a real good product. I've enjoyed using it.
Try triple action Gold Bond medicated powder. Use only as directed. Available at all Walgreens stores. If you suffer from motion sickness, listen to Hazel Dew of Houston, Texas.
All my life I've had problems with motion sickness, but if I was in the back seat of the car on a long trip, I would get so nauseated and so dizzy I couldn't walk. It was just terrible.
It's time you discovered doctor-recommended Marazine. Marazine tablets take the sickness out of travel, help prevent that queasy, nauseous feeling, help treat the dizziness and sickness motion can cause.
The minute I tried Marazine, I found relief, and I can travel, and I would not be without it. When I take that, my mind tells me I'm going to be all right, and I am.
Marazine contains a medically proven ingredient no other leading motion sickness tablet has. And Marazine won't cause the marked drowsiness Dramamine may cause.
Marazine. It's given me self-confidence to feel that I can travel alone and be secure and not feel that I'm going to be extremely sick or ill on an airplane all by myself.
Marazine. Marezine. Marazine tablets take the sickness out of travel. Use only as directed. Available at all Brooks drugstores.
He was the British king who lost America. Then he lost his mind, and very nearly his throne. Direct from London's Royal National Theatre, The Madness of George III, Alan Bennett's critically acclaimed new play about a king unhinged, a government at wit's end, and a frantic scramble for the crown. Comedy, intrigue, spectacle, starring the full London cast. The critics cheered, calling The Madness of George III brilliant, irresistible, invigorating, and magnificent. Tony Award winner Nigel Hawthorne is King George III in what Frank Rich of the New York Times calls the performance of his career.
I am the King of England! No, sir. You are the patient.
The Madness of George III, the London sensation that will have you stark raving.
Don't miss Nigel Hawthorne in The Madness of George III, November 2nd through the 14th at the Colonial Theater. Call 931-2787. That's 931-2787 for tickets today.
Okay, we're playing the music trivia quiz, and we're having just so darn much fun. Here's Don down in West Virginia. Hi, Don. That's a good opening, Don. What's your category? Pigs, hogs, what?
What?
Sweet.
Do you want to play the game, Don?
Yeah, sure. I've been on the telephone so long, though, I almost fell asleep.
Yeah. What's your category, Don?
Musical comedy.
Musical comedy. Okay. Musical comedy.
Thought I'd try that for you.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a musical comedy question.
All right.
Okay. The show that had these two songs in it, Old Man River and Bill, what was that show?
Showboat.
Showboat is correct. Now, you have one for us.
Yes, it's a little difficult, though, but it's popular. I mean, it's well known.
No, just ask the question. It's okay. We'll judge
All right.
that.
1964, David Merrick brought Thornton Wilder's The Matchmaker to Broadway as a musical called Hello, Dolly.
Yes.
Name the first three Hello, Dollies of his show.
The first three of them?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Carol Channing was one.
Right.
Okay, you guys know who the other would be?
Was Streisand? Was that later on?
She made the movie.
Well, she made the movie. You're talking about the Broadway show itself.
Right.
Okay. Who besides Carol Channing played it on Broadway? Pearl Bailey did.
Mm-hmm. She was the third
She was in the black version of that.
Angela
The hard one is the one in the middle.
Angela Lansbury, was she in there too?
No, that was Mame.
You're right.
Oh,
Yeah, she was in Mame.
Woman leaves,
Yeah.
Same thing, different name.
Yeah. The middle one. You're not going to make it 2 out of 3, huh?
No, the middle one isn't the one who's on the right. It's optical illusion thing.
The one that
might be confused.
That's right. The one that's on the right is actually on the just above the left.
Yes.
Yeah, that is an optical
Pearl
illusion.
Bailey, Carol Channing, and
Let's see. The third one would be
Hello, Dolly. Well, hello.
Hey,
Louis Armstrong. I beg you having gas pains or anything there, Linda?
cold.
No, I don't know who the other third one would be. No, who would
All
it
right.
be?
I'll give you a little hint first. You probably will guess it with it. She's the biggest name of musical comedy of the late 40s and early 50s.
Ethel Merman?
No, Mary Martin.
Oh.
She was in Hello, Dolly?
Right. She followed Carol Channing.
Wow.
Okay, you stumped me.
I thought you'd enjoy that question.
Yeah, I did. I loved it.
I think I won seconds.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't. I had no idea. I don't remember her being in it.
Yeah.
In fact, I think you made that up.
Oh, really?
Okay, now I ask you one more question. If you get this one, you get a swell certificate.
Okay.
Okay, who co-starred with Yul Brynner in the original version of The King and I?
Gertrude Lawrence.
That's exactly right. Boy, do I hate you for getting that right. I don't know why it is. You turn me into a sorehead there.
Oh, really? Did anybody answer the Christopher Cross question?
Well, that doesn't really matter because you've already won a certificate. So I'm going to turn you over to Mike Epstein, and thank you very, very much for playing the game. Hey, we're going to go to Denise in Brooklyn. Hello, Denise. Hello.
Why am I up now?
Because I'm here and you're there, and there's a kind of an electricity in the air.
And because Tony's there.
Tony. Oh, sure. Tony is here, sure.
And as you know, I already have one of your beautiful certificates. It's hanging next to a certificate a stock certificate that my father bought in the 50s for a worthless gold mine.
And also, what do you have? Some Confederate money also hanging up there.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the worthless wall. Can I answer
Next to a picture of me on the worthless wall.
Oh, never, Tony.
Okay, which question you want to answer?
The one that's still on the board about how to succeed in business without really trying question.
Oh, let's see. Wait a minute.
That was.
That was.
I believe in you, right?
You just gave the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. The question was, I believe in you and Brotherhood of Man. What Frank Lesser show was that from?
Yeah.
And how to succeed in business without trying is absolutely correct.
That's a great show, by the way.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I love when he looked in the mirror and sang, "I believe in you." I hadn't realized till I saw the show that he was singing the song to himself.
I figured it out.
Okay.
Anyways, I got one for you.
Okay.
Okay. Who wrote the lyrics of Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical Cats?
The lyrics, you say?
The lyrics.
I know.
Yeah.
Who's that?
T.S. Eliot?
Yes.
Very
good, Jack.
Very good, Jack.
Yes, very good. You notice I said of rather than for.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was.
There's tricky words in there, Denise.
They were listed verbatim from the old Possum Book of Practical Cats.
Yeah, I had on my grammar cap.
Son of a gun.
Wow.
That's a good question, and we're very proud of Jack for having gotten the answer.
So am I. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov to you.
Anyways, good night, Norm.
Good night, Denise.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And I was going to send her a certificate of my bar mitzvah. She could hang that right up there, too. Let's try Michael, who's in Jamaica Plain. Hi, Michael.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, pretty good. What's your category?
I'll go with rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Okay.
Rock and roll, okay. I'm going to name a song, and if you could tell me, I have 3 groups had a hit record with it, and the name of the song is called "You've Lost That Loving Feeling." Can you name 2 out of 3, please, that had a hit with that song?
All right. The one of them was the. Oh man, I just had a blank.
This is an inopportune to have a blank.
I know, isn't it? Isn't that always the case? It's
a little later on, a blank would be great.
The brothers.
The brothers, you're half right.
I'm half right, and I'm trying to remember what's the first part of that. And they weren't really brothers. And one of them was Bill Nesbitt, and the other one, I can't remember his name because no one remembers his name.
Bobby Hatfield.
The Righteous Brothers was one of them.
The Righteous Brothers is correct. And now for the you have 2 more choices. Just pick one of them.
Okay.
You've Lost That Loving Feeling.
Oh man, I couldn't think of a second one.
The Righteous Sisters.
Yeah. The Righteous Sisters.
How about the Andrew Sisters?
The Royal Ramblers. I don't know.
No, sorry about that.
How about the Ink Spots?
Bird. Okay.
And the Mills Brothers, yeah.
The Mills Brothers.
Okay.
The Allman Brothers.
Okay, I appreciate you trying, Michael.
Well,
thanks a lot.
for having me on.
Thank you for calling. You guys want to extend this for another half hour?
Sure.
Can you hang around, Linda?
I really can't.
Really can't? You really can't? What's the sense of me sitting here with a couple of goofy-looking guys if you're going to take off?
They don't look so goofy to me.
It's all late. Right.
Just for heaven's sakes, take another look, will you? Before you come to that kind of a conclusion. Okay, we'll do it for another half hour. Is that okay with you, Mike Epstein? Because you're the big-time producer. Okay, thank you very much, Linda, for joining us.
Thanks, Norm. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Ed.
We'll catch you over at Ken's Steakhouse.
All right.
Thanks, Linda.
Good night.
If you're a home or business owner, listen to this. Take advantage of a fall special from Kaz Carpet and Upholstery Cleaner while the offer lasts. 2 rooms or any 6-foot sofa for only $29.95 or 4 rooms for $60. And now for a limited time, Kaz will clean an additional hallway free of charge. Call 1-800-593-9381 24 hours a day. At Kaz, there are never any hidden costs. The price you're quoted is the price you pay. Make sure your office and home environment not only look clean, but are free of hidden bacteria and dirt. Kaz uses a truck-mounted carpet cleaning system, which means that the heavy-duty equipment and the noise stay outside. Why go through the hassle and expense of renting a machine and lugging it around when Kaz will do it all for you? You can trust Kaz to do a great job on your carpets and upholstery. Kaz is a one-man owned and operated company with an outstanding reputation in New England. To take advantage of the Kaz Fall Special, call Kaz at 1-800-593-9381 today.
Okay, news coming along, and then we'll do some more of the music trivia quiz. 1 half hour. We've extended it.
Ooh, that bonus half hour could not be found. But I certainly hope the swell music quiz still pleased you all just so darn much. See you next week for a frightfully good show. 4. The Halloween $31 deadline. The Westinghouse Hitmen. Pilgrim Healthcare. The New England Aquarium. Skates of Gold. The Toronto Blue Jays. Sports writer extraordinaire Alonzo... What was it again? Fisterish? Jack Hines. The Ancient and Honorables. Werewolves of London. Aloys of Vrilla. Orek. Ken Steakhouse. Natalie's. Sigmund Romberg. Jerome Kern. Rudolph Tremmel. Noel Coward. The Teen Canteen chanting for news. Joe Bulloff. Duck Jokes. Henry John Duchendorf. The Outfield. James Rife from Riverdale, Illinois. Jim Brown of Grand Prairie, Texas. Gold Bond Medicated Powder. Louise Fallon of Brooklyn, New York. She for Baby Gold Bond. Linda Kern of Lahaina, Hawaii. Hazel Dew of Houston, Texas. All for Marazine. Kaz Carpet. Madison, Wisconsin. Nigel Hawthorne. Taking a second look. Jack Hines, Julie Sider, Dave Ryan, Darrell Gould, Linda Chase, Ed Mullen, Jack Harte, and the forlorn jazz musical comedy quizmaster, Norm Nathan. I'm Tony Nesbitt.